Hello everyone. Now, I would like to talk about the mode of transmission of tuberculosis. I believe that many of us will question how the tuberculosis is transmitted to human. The TB is transmitted through airborne from one person to another by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The bacteria are carried in a droplet nuclei about 1 to 5 microns in diameter. The droplets generate from cough or sniff by a TB patient, and inhalation of this droplet will bring in the bacteria into the lungs of a person. So for a more clear of understanding, we can have a look at this picture. The person in red color is a TB patient, and when the patient exhales out the air will contain the TB bacteria. And as we can see, when we inhale in this air, the TB bacteria will be bring into our lungs through the inhalation and affect us. Even the TB bacteria will give us an active TB disease, but however, sometimes it may be inactive also. The inactivate TB disease is known as latent tuberculosis infection, or in short, LTPI. The LTPI will have the same risk potential as the active TB if a proper treatment is not obtained. For a patient who infected with LTPI, the patient will have no active symptoms and cannot spread TB to other people. The patient will also have a normal chest X-ray. However, when the patient undergo TB blood test, a positive result will be obtained. Even the LPTI will not harm the patient for a period. However, when his or her immune system becomes weak, the TB bacteria will become active back and infect the patient. So please get a proper TB treatment if you have LPTI. So for a more clear of understanding, we can have a look at this picture. At the left-hand side is latent tuberculosis and right-hand side is TB disease. The bacteria of latent tuberculosis does not grow in the body and does not make a person feel sick or have symptoms. It also cannot spread from person to person. However, it can advance to TB disease. And for TB disease, the bacteria is active and grows in the body. It can make a person feel sick and have symptoms, and also can spread from person to person. And if the TB disease is serious, eventually it can cause death. Now we will talk about the pathogenesis of TB bacteria on how does it infect our lungs. The pathogenesis of TB bacteria will start with when the TB bacteria enter into our body, our alveoli macrophage will ingest the bacteria. However, not all the bacteria will be ingested and some will release after the macrophage death. Now the question is, what will the bacteria do to our body when they're released in our body? The droplet nuclei that contain the TB bacteria will enter into the lungs and alveoli through inhalation. After that, the macrophage will ingest and surround the bacteria, forming a barrier shield called granuloma, which keeps the bacteria under control, and this condition is known as LTPI. When the immune system weakens, the granuloma will break and the bacteria will multiply and escape. The bacteria will then spread through whole bloodstream to nearby tissue or organs such as brain, lungs, lymph nodes, or larynx. So this is the picture of how a granuloma looks like. A granuloma is a small lumps of immune cells formed in the infection area of body. Granuloma usually found in lungs, but also can be other areas like head and body. For a more clear version on the pathogenesis of TB bacteria on our lungs, we can have a look at this picture. So the first step is the tuberculosis bacteria is ingested by macrophage but survive inside them. After that, the inflammatory response will bring more immune cell to the area, and the immune cell will encircle and contain the bacteria inside the tubercle. However, the tubercle will rupture and the bacteria will spread to other parts of lungs and other organs and multiply.